Vote that Jawn.
My name is Meredith Broussard. I'm a data journalism professor at NYU, and I'm also the author of a book called Artificial Unintelligence: How Computers Misunderstand the World. The first time I voted was in college, and I remember filling out my ballot because I voted absentee. I was away at college, but I was voting in my hometown right near Philadelphia. And I remember being so proud that I could finally exercise my rights as a citizen. And I remember I put the ballot into a mailbox on the corner, and then I just kind of stood there for a second and thought, oh, that was really surprisingly fun. Because up until that point, most of what I did when I filled out forms with little bubbles was, I was taking standardized tests, but this was a form that had a little bubble on it, and it really meant something in the world. The first time I voted, I didn't entirely know what I was doing. I knew who I wanted to vote for president, but I didn't know any of the down ballot candidates. And in fact, some of the down ballot candidates were running for positions that I had never heard of. And so what I took away from that was a realization that politics was a little bit more complicated than I thought, and that I could go and learn more about what these positions were. Before I vote, I make sure that I know about the issues in my community that matter to me. I care a lot about public education. I think that public education needs more funding. I care about racial justice, and I check with people in my circles and also people at organizations that I care about to see who they're recommending, and then I go and I make independent assessments about who I think I should be voting for. As a data journalist, I do a lot of work around campaign finance. Data journalism is the practice of finding stories in numbers and using numbers to tell stories. And campaign finance is kind of the body of research about who gives money to candidates on behalf of candidates for what. And it's unbelievably complicated. When I got into it a couple of years ago, I originally thought that we could use AI tools and new digital methods to uncover campaign finance fraud. And I quickly discovered that you can't, not really, because there is no such thing as campaign finance fraud anymore, because almost everything is legal. Because there's been this massive shift in campaign finance laws. So I think one of the things that I learned through that process is that we need campaign finance reform so that people's votes count a lot. I understand when people feel like their vote doesn't count. I definitely understand the feeling of, oh, it's a big country, is what I'm doing actually going to matter? But the answer is yes. Like, there are lots of things we do in life that we do and we're not really sure if they're having an impact, but we do it anyway. And voting absolutely has a really big impact. And so the more you learn about how our complicated but fascinating political system works, the more you understand how your individual vote counts.